वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So today's verse is chapter 11, text 49. Please repeat after me. Mate
Mate
Vyathama
Yathama
Chavimudha Bhavo.
Chavi Bhavo
Mate Vyathama
Mate Vathama
Chavimudha Bhavo.
Chavi Bhavo
Drishtva Rupam
Drishta Rupam
Goramidrin
Goram
Mamedham
Mamedam
Swarupam
Drishta Rupam
Goramidrin
Gomayadam
Mamedham
Mamedam
Drishtva Rupam Goram Midrimamedham
Drishta Rupam Goram
Vipetabihi Pritamanaha Manastvam Tadeva me Rupam idam Prapasya Mate Vetama cha Vimodha Bhavo.
Mate
Mate Vetama cha Vimodha Bhavo. Ishtva Rupam Ghoramidrinmamedham. Drishtva Rupam Ghoramidrinmamedham. Vipetabihi Pritamanaha Manaha Punastvam. Vipetabihi Pritamanah Punastvam. Vipetabihi Pritamanah Punastvam. Tadeva me Rupam idam Prapasya. Tadeva me Rupam idam Prapasya. Mate Vetama cha Vimoda Bhavo Drishtva. Let's go two lines at a time, okay? Mate Vetama cha Vimoda Bhavo Drishtva Rupam Goramidrin Mamedham.
Mate
व्यपेतमनः पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपम् इदं प्रपश्य व्यपेतमनः तदेव
तदेव
मे
मे रूपम् इदं प्रपश्यम्
I'll recite all 4 lines. Then someone can recite later. मते माते व्यतामा च विमूढभावो दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमिद्रिन्ममेदं व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमनः पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य माते व्यतामा च विमूढभावो दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमिद्रिन्ममेदं व्यपेतभिः प्रीता मनः पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य. Anyone wants to try? One devotee.
माते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावो दृष्टा रूपं घोरमिदृङ्गमीदं व्यपेतभिः प्रीतमाना पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for reciting. So this is verse 49. Let's go and see synonyms. Please repeat after me. Ma,
Ma,
let it not be.
let it not be.
Te,
Te,
unto you.
unto you,
Vatha,
Yatha,
trouble.
trouble.
Ma,
Ma,
let it not be.
let it not be.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Vimuda bhavaha,
Vimudbhava,
bewilderment.
bewilderment,
Drishtva,
Drishtva,
by seeing.
by seeing,
Rupam,
Rupa,
form.
form,
Ghoram,
Goram,
horrible.
Hariva,
Idrik,
Idrik,
as it is.
as it is.
Mama,
Mama,
my.
my,
Idam,
Idam,
this.
this,
Vipeta bihi, free from all fear.
free from all fear.
Prita manaha,
Preetmana,
pleased in mind.
please in mind.
Punaha,
Punah,
again.
again,
Tvam,
Tvam,
you.
you,
Tat,
Tat,
that.
that,
Iva,
Eva,
thus.
thus,
Me,
me,
my.
my,
Rupam,
Rupam,
form.
form,
Idam,
Idam,
this.
this,
Prapasya,
Tapasya,
just see.
just see.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Translation. You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Purport. In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was worried about killing Bhishma and Drona, his worshipful grandfather and master. But Krishna said that he need not be afraid of killing his grandfather. When the sons of Dhritarashtra tried to disrobe Draupadi in the assembly of the Kurus, Bhishma and Drona were silent, and for such negligence of duty, they should be killed. Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna just to show him that these people were already killed for their unlawful action. That scene was shown to Arjuna because devotees are always peaceful and they cannot perform such horrible actions. The purpose of the revelation of the universal form was shown. Now Arjuna wanted to see the four-armed form, and Krishna showed him. A devotee is not much interested in the universal form, for it does not enable one to reciprocate loving feelings. Either a devotee wants to offer his respectful worshipful feelings, or he wants to see the two-handed Krishna form so that he can reciprocate in loving service with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Jai Shri Prabhupada. So we have seen in this chapter 9, Krishna explains, chapter 9 and 10, Krishna explains elaborately. Chapter 9 is the most confidential knowledge. He gives the most confidential knowledge in chapter 9, where Krishna says that I am the source of this cosmic manifestation, right? Either living or non-living, everything emerges from me. That's what Krishna says in 9th chapter. And the 10th chapter, the opulence of the absolute, he says that he explains different features of the Lord. He explains many features of the Lord, how he sustains this material universe. He gives the opulences, all the opulences of the Lord there. Summary of the opulences in 10th chapter. After hearing from the most confidential knowledge and from the opulence of the absolute, Arjuna got he developed a desire. He never had a doubt on what Krishna is saying, but he developed a desire, and he went on to ask in the 11th in the beginning of this chapter. He says that evam etadetha tatvam atmanam parameshvara drashtum ichchami te rupam aishwaram purushottama. O purushottama, O best among the purushas, or the best of, or the O best of the personalities. And Arjuna is calling Krishna as the O best of the personalities. What happened? What happened is, I got that after evam etad etat tattvam, O greatest, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your athat tattvam, as you are, I'm seeing you, as you described. I wish to see how you have entered into the cosmic manifestation. He's saying that drashtum ichchami. He's expressing his desire. He's saying that ichchami, I wish, I desire drashtum, to see what drashtum ichchami, to see. He's saying that drashtum ichchami, I want to see that rupam which Aishwaryam Purushottamam. So that rupam of the Lord you have mentioned, right? All these verses you have mentioned, that you are this, you are that. You have explained that you are the origin of this cosmic manifestation. So I want to see that form, this cosmic manifestation. Like I want to see that. So that is a desire Arjuna has expressed. So when a devotee expresses a desire and Lord fulfills it, and Srila Prabhupada in this verse, he mentions that sometimes in the purport of this verse, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that in the beginning of the war, before this Bhagavad Gita, before Lord Krishna started to speak, Arjuna spoke for one chapter of different reasons for not fighting this war. Right? He mentioned that I don't want to fight because this, I don't want to fight because this, I don't want to fight because Bhishma and Drona are my dear respectful grandfather is Bhishma Dev, and my favorite teacher of the master is Dronacharya. How can I fight against them? You know, my hands are shivering, Krishna. My strong bow is falling down. You know, what can I do? So Srila Prabhupada is mentioning when the devotee expresses that such kind of first of all, he expressed a desire in 11.3, and Srila Prabhupada in this verse is telling that when Arjuna has spoken in such words that he doesn't want to fight, because devotees are always peace lovers. They don't want to fight, or they don't want to perform a ghastly act or a horrible act. So Krishna had to give him a reason. Krishna had to give him a push sometimes to perform some action. Right, so that is what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning. See, what Krishna said, that he need not be afraid of killing his grandfather because he has already killed. With this form, he's showing that Bhishma, Drona, all the Kauravas, everyone was entering into the form of the Lord. Right, and we discussed in the last class, in our last class, that not yesterday, but a few weeks back, we talked right, couple of weeks back. The soldiers are entering into the mouth of the Vishwarupa form, and Arjuna can see some soldiers are stuck in the teeth of that that Vishwarupa form. So that horrible, and he was seeing the fire coming out of those mouths and taking away all the appearances, taking away everyone into them. Like, you know, that most everyone is entering the mouth. You know, that they don't want to enter, but they were forced to enter into the mouth. So that was a scene Arjuna has seen. And if you Like, Krishna, he also sees that there is no adi, no anta, no madhya. I'm not seeing any beginning of that mouth, like faces. There are like millions of faces, and it's like there is no beginning, there is no center, or there is no madhya. Everything is all around. He's seeing the mouths after mouths. That horrible scene Arjuna was witnessing in front of him. That is a form of the Lord. That is the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna had to show it to him, because even he expressed a desire. That's the first reason. And the second reason is, like Arjuna said, that he doesn't want to fight. So there is, and Krishna is showing that you are not killing anyone. There is nothing wrong you're doing, because they're already dead. You see them entering into my mouth. So what are you talking about you killing? So it's just a matter of time. You fight or you don't fight, or you kill or you don't kill. They're already dead. They will be dead. They're going to be dying. So that is what Srila Prabhupada is giving a quotation here. And also he says that Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna just to show him that these people were already killed for their unlawful action. Right? And he gives the example of what is unlawful action Bhishma has done. That is in Draupadi Vastravan. So the disrobing of Mother Draupadi, that was in the assembly, and they were the elderly people. They were supposed to stop. They were supposed to act at that point of time when there was something happening. Some unlawful activity was happening. As a head of the family, or as a head of the or as the oldest people, or the best knowledgeable people in that assembly, they should have stood up for that act. They should have stopped that act. That didn't happen. So Srila Prabhupada mentions that if Krishna will kill them for their unlawful activity. But yeah, so Krishna and Arjuna doesn't have to do anything. He just have to fight. He just have to do his activity. So now the purpose of revelation of the universal form was shown. Now Arjuna wanted to see the four-armed form. So Arjuna got tired. Now he saw so many things at one time. There are different types of lights. He explains that, right? There are different types of lights, and the heads are touching the sky. Now Nabha is touching the skies. Are all the heads of the universal form is touching above the sky. And also he's seeing the different forms of lights, and different people are entering, and there is a lot of fire coming out. He saw all the devatas in his form. Everything is in this form. He said in the previous verse also, Krishna says that you have seen everything, unlimited thing you have seen in me. You have seen everything by sitting at one place. So that is possible only with the mercy of the Lord. Krishna has given them that eyes to see the whole, everything in and out. He has seen. Arjuna has seen that. So now and Krishna also says that here, now let it be finished. Let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. The form he desired was a 400 form and the Shamashundar form. So he says that Drishtva Rupam Goram Idrin Mamedam Vepeta Bhi Prita Mana, peaceful mind. So have a peaceful mind. Punastam Tadeva Rupam Idam Prapasya. So whatever you have desired, I'll take it to the other form. So what he says that I'm looking for a specific word. Remove a bewilderment by saying Rupam form Goram horrible, Idrik as it is, okay, free from all fear. So he wants to set Arjuna free from all fear. So that is allowed. Whenever devotee is in disturbance, Lord comes. Lord personally comes. When there was a day, that day, the king of the elephants, he was thinking that he is the best of the elephants. That was a Trikuta mountain. Trikuta mountain is such a big mountain with three hilltops, or I don't know if the hilltop is the right word, but it has it has three cones, three cone-shaped mountains, Trikuta mountain. In that area, the strongest of the strongest in that area was that Gajendra. Gajendra had a big body, very huge body, strong body, with his wife, with his children. He was very strong. When Gajendra walks in, all other animals are all other animals and all other creatures in that Trikuta mountain, they used to get scared and they used to run away. There was no challenge for Gajendra. Uh, that was the glory of Gajendra in that Trikuta Parvat, Trikuta mountains. So he one day, as usual, he was walking in and he wanted to have a bath with his family. So he entered that water, right? Such a serene water. No one knew there will be a danger in there. Especially Gajendra, why would he think all the creatures are scared of him, and why would he think he'll have some danger in there, right? He was without, like, if you have some kind of power, right? If one has that power, you feel that you don't have that fear in you. You lose that fear because you knew that you are the best out of that group. So you don't have that fear. You forget about the reality that one day everyone has to die. So that fear has gone out of Gajendra, and he entered. He was not even 1% expecting any kind of danger from that water. He was putting water on his wives. He is putting water on his children, right? So, and children are throwing water on Gajendra, the elephant, the great elephant Gajendra. They were playing like that. Suddenly, this crocodile, he came and the the leg of Gajendra, that elephant, right? At first, Gajendra thought, "What is this?" He never expected any kind of danger from the waters. But when crocodile caught his leg, he was thinking it's just simple thing. He can just wither that, like, he can shake the leg and wither the crocodile away. He tried it. With ease, he was trying it. It didn't happen. The crocodile was catching hold of his leg ferociously, like very hard, was not giving up. Then all his family members tried to help him, but the pain of Gajendra was so much. He was trumpeting or making the noises, so they all ran away from the water. So in this material world, if you're in danger, no one comes to your help, right? No one can help. Actually, they wanted to help, but they cannot help. This is material world. So in the at the time, and the years passed, thousands of years passed. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam says. Thousands of years passed, and he was trying hard and hard because he knew that he's strong enough. But at one point of time, he realized that uh, who am I? I am not this body. That sense came into this Gajendra, and with that, he remembered that he remembered his past life. Right? He remembered he was King Indradumya, the king who gave up his kingdom. He gave up everything, and he was in a cave meditating upon the Lord. And what happened at the time? Uh, Agastya Rishi came, but because of his meditation, he didn't recognize Agastya Muni, and he didn't raise to respect the sage. So that was the case. He remembered all the story. Indradumya, he was a great king. He gave up all the kingdom, but still, when he was meditating, Agastya Muni came, and Agastya Muni he could not raise, and he could not respect the sage. Sage Agastya Muni got very angry. He cursed him. He cursed him, saying that you are as arrogant as an elephant, so just become an elephant. That was the curse pronounced by Agastya Muni. So what would king do? He has no other option, but he became an elephant. Now this crocodile was a king Huhu. He's a Gandharva king in the previous life. So when that Gandharva king Huhu, he was cursed by Devala Rishi. This Gandharva king was having a sportive activity in the water with his wives and some girls in the water, and Devala Rishi was paying sun salutations, or praying to sun, and in the water, they offer the water to the sun. They take the water from the river, and they offer the water to the sun. And this King Huhu, to mock the Rishi, or to scare the Rishi, he swam under the water, and he caught hold of the Rishi, Devala Rishi, and he scared him. So Devala Rishi got scared, and again he got to know that this is a Huhu, and he cursed him to become a crocodile because he acted as if he was a crocodile. When King Huhu repented for his mistake, then Devala Rishi said that there will be an elephant which will come to your river. Even though you become a crocodile, there will be an elephant which will come. Never, if you don't leave the leg of that elephant. So that Gandharva king remembered that words, that if he was losing the battle at some points, but still he didn't leave the leg of the elephant, because he knew that that is the thing which would deliver me from this crocodile body. So he knew that. So this is the case. The elephant is struggling, and he was losing. Now, after like years of struggle, he realized that he is not this body, and he offered prayers to the Lord Vishnu. So the idea is, whenever the prayers are offered to Lord Vishnu, Vishnu, when you attract the Lord comes in such a fast way. He was very swift. He just asked Garuda to take him to that Trikuta mountain, or to that area where Gajendra was calling from. Then the speed of that Garuda, speed of the Garuda is according to the desire of the Lord. If the Lord desires to reach there as soon as possible, Garuda will reach right away. That fast, with that swift, Garuda can travel. Acharya's comment on this point, that when Garuda was going that fast, Lord thought that, what happened to Garuda today? He's running very slow. And by the moment he was run, like he jumped off the back of Garuda to just, he wanted to go faster than Garuda. So he jumped out of the Garuda's back, and he wanted to catch, to protect the uh, his Gajendra. So that's what he did. So this is a really good verse of last prayers of Gajendra in 8th canto 332. After a series or sequence of prayers, this is the last verse Gajendra speaks. So Ananta Sarasi Urabhalena Grita Artho Drishtva Gurutmati Harim Kha Upatta Chakram Ukshipya Sa Ambuja Karam Giramaha Krichran Narayana Kilogro Bhagavan Namaste. So he says that when Gajendra saw the Lord, and Lord is coming on the Garuda, right? He first saw the what is that? It's a beautiful word. Upatha. Upatha is wielding. Now that shining, or wielding the sharp edges of that chakram, Sudarshana. He saw the chakra, the wielding Sudarshana from the hands of the Lord. The moment he saw that, Gajendra was very happy, and what he did, Ukshipesa Ambuja Karam Giramaha Krichran. So he Sa Ambuja. So he Karam is used. Karam is basically a hand. Okay. Kara is a hand, right, in Sanskrit. But the kara of the elephant is what? Is a trunk. So he's saying that, well, I mean, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that elephant, using his karam is a trunk. He had a lotus, ambuja is a lotus flower. He had a lotus flower, and with effort, it's not easy for him, because he was struggling with that pain at the legs, right? And he raised his trunk with the ambuja, or with the lotus flower, and Krichran, with the pain, with great difficulty. Krishnan here is with great difficulty, Giramaha, he spoke these words. So what are the words he spoke? At the end, he already spoke so many words, so many verses of prayers he did. But at the end, what is he saying? He's saying, Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Narayana, O Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who are you? Akila Guru, O Master of the universe. Akhila Guru, he is the master of Akhila, of everything. So, O Narayana, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Master of the universe, Bhagavan, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Namaste, please accept my respectful obeisances. So that is what the prayer Gajendra said. Then what, after hearing that, the commentators, as I said, they said that Vishnu jumped back from the back of Garuda, and he started to run and protect Gajendra. So that is the scene. So whenever a devotee is in trouble, whenever a devotee is disturbed, Krishna will not wait and watch what's happening. when you realize that uh, when a devotee realizes his mistakes and he calls for the Lord comes down very swiftly. So this is one of the examples where Gajendra Gajendra was calling for the Lord, and Lord came very swiftly, right? And in our verse only, Srila Prabhupada mentions an example of why Bhishma and Drona are to be killed, because they didn't protect Draupadi. That is also sin. Then who protected Draupadi in that situation? Who protected her? Right? The assembly was full of Kauravas and Pandavas, and there are many elderly people. Kauravas were very strong. Draupadi is a queen. Mother Draupadi is a queen, and she's delicate, right? And Dushashan is a king. He was pulling and grabbing her hair. He was dragging her to the assembly. That is the most horrible thing that can happen to a woman or a girl. So that's the worst thing that can happen, right? But no one was answering, or no one was telling anything, right? So the question comes in, why Bhishma Dev didn't say anything? Bhishma Dev is the head of the assembly. Why didn't, or head of the or the oldest of everyone there? He has the he could have said something. Some commentaries actually in Mahabharat, it says that Bhishmadev was thinking Yudhishthir uh, is very perfect in the rules and regulations. If Yudhishthir is not saying anything, how can I say anything? That's what Bhishmadev was thinking. That's one reason. It's from Mahabharat. And Yudhishthir was thinking, I gave a vow already that we are the servants. I lost the game, and we are the servants now. We have to serve them whatever way it is. So he kept quiet. But Bhima was the only one who wants to take a revenge. He was getting up and trying to fight back or trying to protect. But Arjuna is saying that no, Yudhishthir is our elder brother. If elder brother doesn't say anything, we should not revolt against him and go fight them, so that the Kauravas will think that we don't have unity in our Pandavas. So that's what Arjuna was. That's why Arjuna was stopping him. But somehow no one was there to help him. No one was there to help Draupadi. She tried with one hand, holding in one hand, trying to ask for help, but no one came. No one came for help. Then she realized it's no use. Then she opened her hands up, both of them, and she called for Gopi Jana Vallabha. So she called Krishna as, "Oh Gopi Jana Vallabha, please come and protect me. There is no one in this world except you who can protect." So Gopi Jana Vallabha, Krishna loves this word. He has multiple names, like millions of names, but out of all those names, Gopi Jana Vallabha is such a beautiful name. Govinda, Gopi Jana Vallabha, all these names, Krishna loves it. So if you remember, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written such a nice prayer that we always sing before Bhagavad Gita classes, right? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha. Do you see that word? He uses it there. And the main mantra, uh, when you take second initiation, Brahman Dikshit mantras, the main mantra has also this word, Gopi Janavallabha. So that is such a beautiful word. When a devotee is in distress, when you call the Lord with this Gopi Jana Vallabha mantra, I mean, he just comes down, has no option but to come down and protect the devotee. So that is the word Mother Draupadi used for Krishna. Oh Gopi Jana Vallabha, please come down and protect us. So what is the meaning of this Gopi Jana Vallabha? So the Gopi Jana Vallabha means the master of the gopis, or the friend of the gopis, or the lover of the gopis. So that is the word. There are many situations. If you read the Krishna book, or if you read the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many situations Krishna protects all the gopis, because they had complete trust. They had complete trust on the Lord. So Mother Draupadi is saying that I am not different from those gopis. Please, Gopi Jana Vallabha, I am one of them. Please come and protect me. Then what Lord did? Did he not listen? He was in Dwarka at that time. In reality, he was not there at all. So he was in Dwarka for like few months back. He was there for Rajasuya Yagna. Just like few months back few months back of that event, that Rajasuya Yagna happened, a big one, a big Yagna by Yudhishthira Maharaj. Everyone in the world were there. Like Krishna was cleaning the lotus feet of all the guests in that assembly, and in the Indraprastha. It's a opening ceremony or the ceremony of Indraprastha. So then Krishna was there at the time, but he left to Dwarka. I think if I remember correctly, it was because he got to know that there was someone attacking Dwarka, so they had to go back quickly. So after a few months only, this happened, where Draupadi is calling Krishna, and Krishna sent that help. Krishna was there, and he sent that help in the form of a cloth, to protect her honor. So that is Krishna. Like when a devotee calls, Krishna is there. When a devotee calls, Krishna is there every time. He'll not fail. He'll not fail. He'll not. Especially when a devotee calls, right? He'll never fail. So that is the Lord. That is the quality of the Lord. So such a Lord, how can he let Arjuna be disturbed by seeing such a ghastly form of the Lord? So he doesn't want that to be there for longer time. So in this verse 1149, Krishna says that now let it be finished. Let's finish it. Okay, I know you're disturbed with this. He's saying himself, he's saying that bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Krishna knows that it is a horrible feature of him. So Arjuna, you are disturbed with this horrible feature of mine. So let it be finished. So whenever there is a devotee, when the devotee is in distress, Krishna understands that and he finishes it. He completes it. When you call out for him, he'll be there. So that is the Lord, our Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So what I want to hear from you all is, can anyone give more examples of when Krishna heard to the devotee and he came? Any examples? Hello, Haribol, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu, for confirming. I thought I was speaking to myself. Okay, any other example of devotee calling for Krishna's help or Vishnu's help and he appeared?
So you just cited out one example from Draupadi,
Mhm.
and then the other is Rukmani Devi, where
Yeah.
Jarasandha and his brother was. Yes.
Very,
There are
very
numerous
nice
examples.
example. Yes.
And
That's a very nice example, Prabhuji. Rukmini Devi, she had never seen Krishna. Just by hearing the glories of the Krishna, she was in love with him, and she knew that Shishupal and others are not good, especially her family members are not good, Rukmi and brother and everyone. So she sent a message, a letter through the Brahmana. She knows that from the story she heard about Krishna, she knew that Lord is very favorable to the Brahmana. Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmanya Itayacha. So he is the Deva of the master of the Brahmanas, and he is the Hitaya, he is the favorable person, or he is the supporter of Gos and Brahmanas. Gos are cows, and the Brahmana. Go Brahmana Hitayacha, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. So that is the mantra of Lord Krishna. So he is very favorable to Brahmanas. So Brahmana word comes twice in this mantra. So what Rukmini Devi knew that Krishna is very favorable to Brahmanas, so she requested the Brahmana in her kingdom to go and deliver that message, that letter to Krishna. So when that letter, when Brahmana reached, she mentions in that letter that there is not enough time. There is no time at all, and she gives a plan. And this is the time I'll go for the puja of Durga Devi before the marriage with Shishupal. So please pick me from there. She gives all the details, and Krishna, as as expected, he is favorable to Brahmana, so he respected the Brahmana. He asked Daruk. Daruk is the charioteer of Krishna. He asked Daruk to go swiftly and get to the Rukmini's place. So they came very fast, and Srimad Bhagavatam explains beautifully that if there are a gang of jackals, right, group of jackals, they're all trying to get the booty. That's what Srila Prabhupada is word booty, right, or some prey. When all the jackals are trying to get it, as a lion, Krishna comes in and he scares away he doesn't even know, like, they didn't even feel how Krishna came and took away Rukmini. So that was the magical way Krishna comes in, right? It's like the Bhagavatam explains, like it's like jackals are all around the prey, and there is no space to enter. But somehow the lion comes in, jumps, and picks and goes away. So that is the explanation that gives. He comes in a chariot in such a way, and he enters into the prangan, or that arena of the temple. And while Rukmini Devi was coming out, he just grabs Rukmini Devi and goes away. So that swiftly Krishna works, and Krishna, that is how Krishna protects. He doesn't. It shows the power. It shows the power of, when we call Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's just not the saying. He shows it with his actions. Think about, like whole Rukmi's army was there. Shishupal's army was there. Dantavakra's army was there. Everyone was there. But among them, he jumps in and he takes away, with all this protection, he comes in and takes away Rukmini Devi. So, yes, that is one good example, Punit Prabhu. Very nice example. Whenever Rukmini Devi calls out for the help, he comes in and he protects the devotee and takes her away.
Very well, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
A couple of examples. One is Sakshi Gopal. As in deep form, Krishna bears witness about the wedding the Brahmana had given. He was in distress, a young Brahmana. But then Sakshi Gopal comes and relieves his distress. And also very recently is Srila Prabhupada, when he came on Jaladuta, multiple heart attacks, and put himself in Krishna's hand. Whatever you want to do.
Right.
Through the violent seas at an elderly age of 69, and with heart attack on top of that. Krishna protected him. Not only then, but also when first time he was taking his white devotees, Kirtanand Swami, and I think it was Achyutanand Swami, I'm not sure. When going to India, Vrindavan for the first time, before leaving, Prabhupada had another heart attack. And it almost seemed that Prabhupada will leave his body, and all of them were young. They were still in training. And Prabhupada said, you just massage me my chest and massage my head. I think it was stroke and heart attack. I'm not sure. I have to just remember. It's there in the Lilamrit. So, Prabhupada has come and he has Krishna has come and saved. And I think in each and every one of our lives also, Prabhu, just think about it. Once upon a time, we were not Hare Krishna. However long back or however recently, it doesn't matter. And we were doing something. And we were living. We were living, all of us. Whatever degree of happiness, sorrow, tension, whatever. Then we took Hare Krishna, and to whatever, doesn't matter, whatever degree also that we are following it. perfectly, imperfectly, doesn't matter. But just think of the further, how do you say, you get into a quicksand, we just keep sinking. Somehow or the other, someone threw us this rope of Hare Krishna.
Right.
And we have caught on to it. And we are not sinking anymore. Slowly, slowly, we are coming out of that. So I think that also is Krishna has come to us through either Prabhupada's book or through some devotee. Somehow or the other, we got connected with Hare Krishna. Whatever, somehow, wherever. So that is where he comes to save us.
Right, Prabhuji. So I totally agree that, while you're narrating the story of Srila Prabhupada, I was thinking that if Lord Krishna is so powerful and he comes on the call, he comes when the devotee calls him. Similar way, devotees are one step ahead. Devotees of the Lord are one step ahead, like Srila Prabhupada. No one called, but they have so much of compassion towards this universe, this drowning universe. They don't care for their comfort. They don't care for who. I mean, we always say that this, right? 70 years old, who wants to come? Everyone wants to, especially devotees wants to retire in Vrindavan. And Srila Prabhupada was already there in Vrindavan, the center of Vrindavan, Sri Radha Damodar Mandir, and he wanted to get out of there because of the compassion, because he remembered that he has to deliver, or he has to fulfill his Guru Maharaj's desire of taking this word, or taking this Krishna consciousness to the West. He didn't think about his comfort level at that point of time. He was like 40 days in the Jaladuta, and all these problems. It's not an easy walk for him, but he's still, by seeing the pitiable situation, by just being the compassionate, just being compassion, just for the compassion of the living entities in the West, Srila Prabhupada took all the effort. Now that is the second level. There's another level, one step ahead. So and they have performed all these activities, right? Now if you see, you go to almost any country in this world, you have Hare Krishna, you have Krishna consciousness. Once there was a Mataji, she was from Romania, I think, if I'm not wrong. So she doesn't know even a single word of Hindi, and she knows very little English. And she was telling, fortunately we were hosting her in our house, and Mataji was mentioning that Prabhu's, and she was trying to speak in English, like a little bit of English. She's saying that Prabhu's, Prabhupada has created such a nice family. See, we don't know each other. Our colors are different. Our languages are different. Our food is different. But still, we can get together. Still, we can talk about Krishna. Still, we can take prasadam. That's what she expressed her gratefulness towards Srila Prabhupada. So that is the magic Srila Prabhupada has created. Yeah, that's right. Lord has come to protect Srila Prabhupada, but on the other side, Srila Prabhupada has went one step ahead, and he has pulled all the Westerns into this movement. So that is not an easy task, and it needs a lot of compassion. That is what Srila Prabhupada and devotees have done. So yeah, thank you for that example, Prabhuji.
Very good point, Prabhu. Thanks for sharing that. Very good.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. When the Pandava was in Vanvas, and when the Durvasa Muni came with all the disciples in big crowd, whatever.
Right.
And when there was no food in Akshay Patra, Draupadi prayed to the Lord Krishna, and then Krishna came, and he took only one grain from the Akshay Patra, and then all the Brahmana were satisfied.
Yeah. So that's a very good example also, Prabhuji. So rejecting plea, or rejecting like not hosting a Durvasa Muni. The Durvasa Muni is like a two-sided, like, what do you call it? A sword with two-sided sharp edges, right? You cannot stop inviting him, and if you invite him also, it's a problem. So he had this Yudhishthira, and they were living on some alms and little things, whatever they could. They were eating once in a day, and somehow Duryodhana provoked or informed Durvasa Muni to go into the forest and and take or get the take the association of Yudhishthira, or just give association to the Yudhishthira. And by hearing those words, Durvasa Muni, and when Durvasa Muni travels, he doesn't travel alone. He travels with thousands of his disciples, thousands, literally thousands of them. So, and Akshaya Patra gives food only once. Once it is cleaned, and that's it, it's gone. Or once it is done, it is done. So there is no hope for them. Then Draupadi prayerfully requested Krishna to come in and help. And Krishna was, Lord appeared from nowhere, and he just said that, look, if you have any, at least a grain or something. So they found small little grain. And if Krishna is satisfied, the whole universe is satisfied. So that is the thing. If he just ate and he said that I'm satisfied, and the whole universe is satisfied, not only those Durvasa Muni, but all the disciples, and not only those disciples, but the whole universe was satisfied with just one grain of, one morsel of rice. So that is what that is a good example. Prabhuji, Draupadi called for Lord at that point.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Gajendra also called in
Yes,
Lord
Mataji.
King.
Yeah, that's what we discussed, right, in the story. The Gajendra called. Yeah, Gajendra was.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I joined late, Prabhuji, so I didn't know that example already.
No problem, Mataji. So
yeah, one more is Prabhuji, Amrish Maharaj, when needed, he didn't even call. Lord Krishna protected him.
Yeah, that is exemplary. That's a different. It's a different level, Mataji. Amrish Maharaj was such a devotee. He's not even calling. He was just folding hands and praying. Then the help came in. So in those same terms, I want to give an example of Prahlad Maharaj. We cannot forget Prahlad Maharaj and Narsinghadev, right? What was the need for actually Prahlad Maharaj, when he was into troubles, Lord was appearing and helping him at multiple points. He was there. He was not coming in, but he was there. When he was thrown out from the tops of the mountains, he was saved by the Lord. And when he was put into the poison, he was bitten by the snakes. He didn't ask for the help, but Lord was helping him. But at one point, Hiranyakashipu said, where do you get this energy from? Where do you get this strength to talk and all these things? Then Prahlad Maharaj said, I get the energy as you get it, as all the world gets it. Then he said, okay, who is that energy? Then he said, it's God, and God is everywhere. Then he says that, okay, do you have the God in the pillar? Prahlad Maharaj says, yes. So that one point, Prahlad Maharaj says, yes, God is everywhere. And so Hiranyakashipu's question was, is your God in the pillar? Just to keep the word of Prahlad Maharaj. Just to keep the word of Prahlad Maharaj. Narsinghadev would have appeared directly, but he didn't do that because he has to keep the word of the devotee. Just to protect the word of the devotee. Lord was in the pillar. Right? When he killed, he was not in the pillar before. He just appeared in the pillar just because Prahlad Maharaj said, oh, yes, he is in the pillar. So just to keep the words, that is the kind of protection, that is the kind of favoritism you get, a devotee gets from the Lord. If you are surrendered, right? If you are surrendered, the Lord can protect you to that he takes care of you. So he's very sensitive. He's very sensitive for the needs of the devotee. He comes down to that level, okay, I have to protect. He said it, so let me do it. That is the words of the Lord. So that is what, so we cannot understand the qualities of the Lord, Mataji. So it's very hard. He's very, very caring, very protective of his devotees. So just to keep the word of the Prahlad Maharaj, he came down in that Narsingha avatar, and he was hiding in that pillar just to show that his devotee is not wrong. Doesn't have to be Lord is in everywhere, means Lord is in everywhere in the form of a super soul, right? Every material, every atom has a super soul. So that is the meaning of Lord being everywhere. But he doesn't mean that Lord is there in the pillar. So he wants to, because Hiranyakashipu is not knowledgeable enough, or not cognizant enough to understand that super soul is there in every atom. That's why he has to show the full form, and he came into the pillar just to keep the word of Prahlad Maharaj. So that is the greatness of the Lord. So dear devotees, have faith on the Lord, and let's continue this journey. Let's pray to the Lord for, like, for our protection, for our goodness, for everything, But if you see here, Arjuna also says one verse. This is very nice verse. Verse number 11th chapter, verse number 4. He's saying manyase yadhi. It's a very important point. He sings that manyase yadi tachakhyam maya drashtam iti prabho yogeshwara tato metvam darshat manam avyayam. Manyase yadi. Manyase is if, manyase means if you think, right? If you feel, if you think. Yadi, if, yadi means if, sorry. Manyase means you think. Yadi means if. Yadi manyase, the right verse, right format is yadi manyase. If you think, my Lord. He's saying that if you think, my Lord, so we have to give that option to the Lord. Now, if you think, my Lord, I am, if you think that I'm able to behold the cosmic form, then only please show me. He's saying that word. So I remembered this, Manyase yadi is very important. So we have to pray to the Lord, but we have to pray in such a way that it's not cheating, or it's not, we're trying to trick Lord. It's not the tricking. Some people feel that, oh, we're tricking by saying that, oh, if you feel like doing this. It's not tricking. No one can trick Lord, okay? Lord knows that we're so fallen anyway, so we cannot trick Lord. But at least with the words we can say that, Lord, even though there is some kalmash or some kind of contamination in our thoughts or in our thinking, in our desires, Lord is going to forgive that. He has a huge heart to accept all these things. We are nothing in front of the Lord. So what I'm trying to say is, like, yes, we can pray for the Lord. We can request the Lord. If you think it is possible, if you think it is good for me, please do it. We can ask for it. So with that, dear devotees, thank you for your participation, and we can close this session today. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Simesha Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you so much. Krishna Katha, nice series of Krishna Katha, lots of pastimes. So nice to hear. Thank you so much, Harikishore Prabhuji. He is such a wonderful nectar. Yeah, it's always hearing means, Sravana means hear the Krishna Katha, hearing about the glories of the Supreme Lord. Not so much of mundane topics, always, so that we can, by hearing, we can remember the Lord. We can bring Krishna into our mind. So there is Maranam. So Smaranam is there, Sravanam is there, and of course, and chanting is also there. So just by being part of this association, Krishna Katha, then all three are, activated. So it's very nice. Thank you so much for joining today and giving this wonderful lecture. And if there is nothing else, then let's go to our next program. It's a book distribution meeting. So we have a book distribution meeting today. So let's. This is also Samardhananda Prabhu was saying that devotees are coming out for the service. It's nothing but it's Krishna's mercy, because of Krishna is picking those devotees and engage in the service. It's like anything that which we put ourselves, our tan, man, our vani, vapu, body, mind, words, anything that which we use to remember, to chant, to engage in the service of the Lord. This is not this is the mercy of the Lord, because of only by the mercy of the Lord one can even, utter the word of Krishna, because of that's the mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, it's not possible. Just by uttering a word, just by chanting, reciting, just the word, remembering millions of lives of, this sinful reactions are eradicating just by remembering him. Just even a moment of holy name, we know that the pastimes of Ajamala, there are so many other, not really Ajamala, Valmiki, just by the holy name, Valmiki became Valmiki. So many, like the hunter, the Mrugari, there are so many instances just by the holy name. They all became, that's why, it says that, right? The Brahmanda Brahmide Kon Bhagyavan Jeev. Brahmanda Brahmide Kon Bhagyavan Jeev. In this entire universe, who is more Bhagyavan, more fortunate than one who, Guru Krishna Kripa Paya Bhakti Radha Bij, one who gets this seeds of bhakti. There is no one is great fortunate than the one who gets the seed of bhakti. There is no one beyond that. So that's what it is. So thank you. We always pray and we are grateful to the Supreme Lord that to have this opportunity to hear him, to understand him, to glorify him, to talk about him comes together with such a heart, such a focus and consciousness. This is called perfection. So one who is able to join and hear and immerse. And this is not possible even for the demigods, dear devotees. It's not possible. Or even we can say that any other planets, below, even on the earth, how many people join? Very less. This is a very, very rare mercy of the Krishna that we are able to hear and remember him, the Supreme Lord. This is millions of lifetimes of mercy of Krishna or mercy of our pious credits, and that because of that pious credits, Krishna's mercy showering, so that that we all can more closer to Krishna. That's the point. Okay, thank you so much. Tomorrow evening, Jayadutta, His Holiness Jayadutta Maharaj is speaking on the Zoom. We'll send out the Zoom details. It's from a devotee's home, and will be sharing from the live from the devotee's home. So please join, everybody, those who are able to join via the Zoom, or we'll also send out the details of Bhakti Risha that devotees can also join. So Maharaj is also speaking. We'll also have some kirtan after that. 7 to 8 is Maharaj speaks, and after that we'll also have some kirtan. Wonderful. June 11th is New York City Radha Yatra. Please join. If you are the one bus is almost full. I mean, I heard that it's full, and yeah. So if you are not booked for the bus, or you are planning directly to come to New York, that's all wonderful. Okay, so let's thank Harikishore with Haribol, and all the devotees with Haribol. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Thank you so much. And immediately after this, we'll have the book distribution meeting, and we'll pray together. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhu bhevacha patidana pavanebhyo Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Gaura Premanandi ki
Hari Hari Bol.
jai. Thank you so much, and dear devotees, please stay. So we'll have some discussion of the day, the services, especially the Sankirtan. Sankirtan is we are the Sankirtan movement. This is our essence. Preaching is the essence. Books are our basis. Utility is the principle. Purity is the force. So always remember, these are our pillars. So never ever the pillars. Our base is Krishna consciousness, and these are the pillars. On this base and the pillars, we can create such a wonderful family, wonderful home. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. That's why we are sitting under this big one wonderful, one. So thank you so much. And Puneet Proji, please go ahead with the agenda.
Hare Krishna Babaji, Dandal Pranam to all the devotees. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining. So, yes, Prabhuji, again, this was a nice weekend. We had a good book distribution opportunity, and the weather was good, and there were fairly good number of devotees and visitors we got to meet at the Patels. And thanks to all the devotees who had joined us. Aditya Gordila Mataji has the scores. I think it was close to $200.
Yeah.
Mataji, can you give us the details, like how much was the total Lakshmi?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, it was some $235, right? I think that's, yeah.
So we had in 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
In 2 hours, there's a Patel, so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, response was very good, Prabhuji, this weekend, and I think we don't even go often there, so maybe that was the reason. So a lot of people were buying.
Yes. There are always, it's a big potential actually. One day we almost distributed 70 books or plus books, like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very.
Yeah, a lot of people coming from different places also. It's a good place.
I and Punit Prabhuji were only there, but still, sometime he was there, sometimes I was there, but still we were able to distribute. So it was really good response. So, yeah.
Very nice. Thank you. So let's thank our thankfulness, gratitude by saying Hari Bol 3 times so that devotees' mercy is everything. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you. Sankirtan Mahayagya ki jai. Very nice. Okay. So what is today's agenda, Prabhuji?
So Prabhuji, today's agenda is around the next Sankirtan, when we plan that and what's the date. Looks like it's going to be most likely after the New York City Rath Yatra, the weekend after that.
Right.
So, and we can talk about it in the coming call also, which is the next week, because I think date I have in mind is 18th.
18th, okay.
Yeah, so that's a Saturday, that's a weekend.
So we need to find a wonderful venue. I think we'll have some kirtan in the Plainsboro and some sankirtan, some kirtan, but that is a good place to go. And also, Madhuvati Prabhu was suggesting, that the Plainfield, there is some one corner, some park or something there, and there is a little, maybe 1 mile or 2.5 mile away from the temple.
Okay.
It's a good place, and nobody even gone there. Nobody even went there. So let's explore some venues that we have not gone at. So let's switch so that lots of people will take advantage of it.
Sunday is 18th is Vaishnav Sadachar course, no? That's when it is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's better. Let's 11:30 only till. It's 3 hours in the morning, right? So we can probably schedule accordingly, and not every devotee is not participating there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sankirtan should go on, no matter what. These things, our preaching must go on no matter what. Sankirtan must go on no matter what. Bhakti-Risha, Bhagavad Gita class, all must go on. Yeah, because of this is meant for new devotees. We should not never ever, put that on hold. Yeah, Sankirtan definitely must go on every week. Srila Prabhupada's direct instruction is that preaching, Bhakti-Risha, preaching and book distribution. Yeah.
Probably Rutgers University we were thinking, right?
Yeah, we were discussing about that as well.
Yeah, so I had dropped a message to Hema Jagannath Prabhuji. He's most
Okay.
likely asked Survi to join the call, Survi Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah, later. I don't think today, but yeah, in the next coming calls.
Okay.
So we can get her opinion also. And then you were also talking about some other devotees, Prabhuji, who can help us last in our last call. We're trying to get help and get some idea. Actually, Amritanath Prabhu also mentioned that Livingston campus is the right place to be.
Yeah, that's right.
We can,
I think Prabhuji was mentioning there is a club, right? Bhakti club or
Bhakti
something.
Club, yes. There is a Bhakti Club, and Keshav, Surabhi, and so many other devotees, Avik, and what is called Eva. Those devotees are there. So yeah. So we will. Surabhi is the right person. We can. But Keshav and all, they can help us, arranging and things, finding maybe we need some kind of, permission or something,
Mhm.
in case. Yeah. So I don't know. Now it's vacation time. I mean, no kids are there. Nobody is around the universities now. I'm kind of.
Yeah, that's what they mentioned also. It just said that, you can
Yeah,
always go and see, but the good time is during the semester time.
during
Yeah,
the class starts. Yeah.
yeah. So
And
we
now
can,
the campus is pretty vacant. Not many kids.
right. But at least we have some grounds.
Yeah. So let's prepare something. Let's make some schedule which days we can go, and we can announce accordingly so that devotees are free, daytime or evening time. They can go and distribute books there. Yeah.
And also we are exploring more places like hotels, where we have a good number of devotees. And uh, you know I know we have a limitation of being in Edison, but there are stores out there now, and even places out which is beyond Edison, and then we can always want devotees to come and join us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's what we're trying.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So put that in a minute, and take up that, and we all can together get into that university preaching. Let's plan accordingly.
Sure, probably.
Yeah.
So Prabhuji,
Wonderful.
one we will discuss about Rutgers University, and one maybe next time where we go is near the temple, you said, right, in Plainfield.
Yeah. So that is, I'll get the exact details from that place. I mean, it's a good idea because it's close to our temple, and when we go out and preach, give out our flyers and the details, many people may come to our temple. Yeah, this goes towards the what is called the Park Avenue. From our temple, we go that 7th Street. If you go straight, we hit on the Park Avenue,
Yeah.
right? There is a junction as well. There is a junction is also a good junction. Then if you go left from there, go a little further down, and there's a place where you know that we can all. I mean, we can go around one day and see that is that place and all. One Saturday or something. I'll take a look. Yeah, wonderful, very nice. And we have now Kunal Prabhu is there. Thank you, Prabhuji. Devan Prabhu is joined. Janaki Mataji is there. Wonderful. Amurdan, the Prabhu, Satyava Mataji, Savida Mataji. Wonderful. Book distribution warriors. Very nice. Yeah, let's have some discussion and see what everybody else thinks about. Let's go ahead.
Sure, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sankirtan we can plan. And what is the plan for this weekend?
I can do Sunday, Prabhuji, this weekend.
This weekend, Sunday?
Yeah. Have some limitations for Saturday.
Yeah.
I have to check on the devotees' availability.
Yeah. So did you see any venue?
We were, Mataji and we were talking that Sabji Mandi is going to be a good spot, but
which Sabji Mandi? Which Sabji Mandi
is available this Sunday?
Which Sabji Mandi, Edison or
Edison?
Okay, Edison. Okay,
So
okay.
we go there, like we go often, but yeah, we can decide. They are
So,
allowing.
okay, so which day is good? Janaki Mataji say Mataji can do it on Saturday. I mean, anybody is available on Saturday can go.
I have to see Prabhuji, but Saturday or Sunday, one day I will definitely.
One day you will be there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if devotees are around, I find out Puneet Proji so that we can, if Mataji is there, we are able to go there and distribute books. It's wonderful. And also Sunday there are devotees. So this is the way I think we can plan. Saturday devotees are available, they can go, and whoever is available on Sunday, they can also go. Right. So everybody should keep lots of books in the car. Kunal Prabhu, Devan Prabhu, Amardananda Prabhu, Janaki Mataji. So everybody keep the books in the car. Everybody has or not?
We have Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some books which I purchased, Prabhu, which I give it out to people.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
And even Linda Mataji was mentioning that around 20 boxes of Bhagavad Gita or some books are there. Just, Mataji is going to give us. So we can also, whoever is, coming and willing to, and they don't have money or something, we can give out as, as a gift. Yeah.
20 books.
Yeah. Something like that. 20 box or 20 books.
She said that, right?
Yeah. So everybody should keep the books in their car. Everybody should have. So that it's easy that, which week, devotees are going, let me go and distribute books. Flyers and temple cards and books and, those things should have.
And I have an extra table also if anybody wants.
I have lots of tables.
I have one for you, so I can give it to you.
Yeah.
Give it in the temple.
So one from temple we took, Prabhuji. It's a little bigger, but
I have small ones. Yeah. If anybody need, I have a lot of temple.
Small ones.
Small ones. Yeah. Can give you small ones. Yes.
Sure,
so better that keep a small table, keep a tablecloth, and some nice pictures of Srila Prabhupada, something like that. A donation box. Keep some prasadam, with wherever we go. If it is not there, that's also fine. But if possible, those things. And books, nice books, small books, Bhagavad Gita and all. And yeah, wherever we go, we just stand there and then distribute books and like that. This is possible wherever we go. Shopping, spend for 30 minutes, 1 hour, Saturday here, Saturday there, here and there, This is a wonderful. It's the way we connect to the people, connect to the people.
And also, Prabhu, I think we have Rath Yatra coming, so we can plan out for the events.
You mean New York Rath Yatra?
New Jersey, Prabhu. The New York is already, they have it, but New Jersey.
Yeah, our Rath Yatra. Yeah.
Yes, our Rath Yatra.
January, that is July 1st. Yeah.
Yes. So we can plan out for that event.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have 2 books. One is Jai Jagannath and Sri Jagannath. 2 books we were distributing, and I think but we can also order. We can get those books and like Jagannath Snana Yatra and Jagannath Rath Yatra special that we can focus as well.
So even the kids' books we have for Jagannath Prabhu that we can order
Yeah,
if we can
yeah,
get. So we can give it to the kids saying that what is Rath Yatra. They can get to know using the kids'
yeah,
picture books.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get something. I'm trying to get some order, putting together. I mean, last time when I called them, they don't have many of these children books were not available. You know. So yeah, let me find out again, or we will see something we can get it from India. But when we get it from India and all, and if it is not a bulk, it's that's why we Murdananda Prabhu had to leave. Okay, that's okay.
And Prabhu, I think last time we had the Krishna book, the silver set of
Yeah,
4.
yeah, silver one.
That
Yeah,
went away in less than 130 minutes. All the 5 sets were gone.
wonderful. Yeah, we will order that. That's wonderful, right? Lots of children is taking. I will at least have a lot of 50 or something.
Janaki Mataji, when do you want Gujarati Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, Mataji is asking, right? Okay, I need Gujarati Bhagavad Gita. 5-10 books that we have in the temple, right, Mataji?
Mataji,
Yeah.
if we can have it by this weekend also ready and prepared, that will be good. I met some Gujarati Matajis and the family. They are probably gonna move to Utah soon, so I thought that would be a good way of including them for distributing books. So I have
Okay.
like 5 to 10 people who are Gujaratis. I can offer the whole family a set of books here and there if we have a bundle or something like that. But there are like 5 to 9 people in the family.
Yeah, we have a
So maybe
temple.
a bundle each family.
Yeah, if you need help, by this Sunday I can give you.
Okay,
10.
Mataji. I am not sure about if they are willing to donate or anything. I am not too sure. If they do some donation, good. If not, then I'll see what they can offer. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, even as they offer to temple, it's good for them. I think it's good if they give some money that will benefit them only, right? If they are ready to. But yeah, up to them.
Yeah, one thing this weekend I will not be here. I'm going to Dallas Temple, and I'll be back on Monday. So please manage the book table, and if anything that any announcements or anything, please manage.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Devan Prabhuji, Madhuri Prabhu didn't contact you, right, regarding the mortal, that contact?
No problem. I'm still waiting for some contacts to call.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him, I requested him. He said, he will contact first, and that's what he said. I'll remind him again on this week, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Tilila Mataji is left.
No, I'm here, Prabhuji.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. 2 lines. Oh, I think Janaki Mataji is. Okay. Okay. So I think that's it, right, for this week?
Prabhuji, we can conclude now.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, your devotees, Kunal Prabhu, Devan Prabhu, Puneet Prabhuji, Tilila Gaganji Mataji, all the devotees. Such a wonderful, wonderful service, and this is the real welfare activities for the humanity, because of its, as always says, ignorance is the root cause of our suffering. If people, they can just by the touch of Bhagavad Gita or any spiritual books, they can come back a long way from their, journey in their journey, a long way of journey, they come to that with this junction of Krishna consciousness just by having these books. Thank you. Wonderful. Please keep up that dedication and the mood to serve Srila Prabhupada and the Supreme Lord. This is wonderful that, Lord's and Srila Prabhupada's mercy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy all together, devotees' mercy all together, and transforming a life. Srila Prabhupada said one time that even one person is take up Krishna consciousness by this movement and by this preaching and by this book distribution, then my mission is very successful. Even one person, that's the Srila Prabhupada's mode. So even one person by your effort is become Krishna conscious, become aware of, by able to hear or remember, that is a success. It's a wonderful, wonderful service. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing better than this in this world. It's very nectar, very sweet, very purifying, very much energizing. So many benefits. Okay. Anything else? Any other comments, concerns? Is anything else, Puneet Prabhuji?
No, Prabhuji, I think that's
Great, good. Okay, then let's conclude then. Yeah. Guru Bhashya Kripa Sindhu Bhavaja Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Brother Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki, Kirtan Mahayagya ki jai. Gaura Premanande. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Jai. Thank you.